just jump into some movie news. How about that?
What? What?
Oh, you guys, it is now that time of the day we are going to take some movie news. If you haven't already heard, we're just going to kick it off with the biggest news over the weekend. This is also the saddest news that we've had coming out over the weekend. Just in case if you haven't heard, which is pretty hard to do, one of our most beloved actors, Chadwick Boseman, best known for his role in Black Panther, has passed away. This is some of the most tragic news. It has touched every single one of us in a way. I remember, was it 6 years ago that Robin Williams passed away? I think that was the only time that I really took a celebrity death like super personal. He was one of those icons. He was one of those people that he was always alive. He was not just alive. He was always famous, like super A-list status. And he was just always there from my entire life, from Mork and Mindy, Happy Days, Mork and Mindy, moving all the way through, I don't know why The World According to Garp is jumping to mind, but sure, why not? Hook and everything else. But I'm not here to memorialize Robin Williams. I kind of went down that rabbit hole a little too much. We're here to talk about Chadwick Boseman and the impact and the legacy that he's left us. Chadwick Boseman, like I said, best known for his role as Black Panther in the Marvel MCU films. The work that he has done has been so not just important. I mean, yes, it has been important. It has been indelible. He has left impacts on people's lives, but it's that last part. It's him making a real change in people's lives that I would love to touch on today. This particular article that we're looking at in Variety, they talk about like what the legacy of Chadwick Boseman, what is the legacy of Black Panther, and why is it so important to people? The type of work that Chadwick Boseman did, the types of films that he was involved with. Let's just jump over to his IMDb page really quick. I was looking at this earlier today. He has 2 movies. Really one movie coming out that he's already finished filming. It's called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It was based on a book written by August Wilson. It was or I guess a play written by August Wilson. Chadwick Boseman was extremely well known for playing characters, aside from Black Panther, who were real life people. Thurgood Marshall, James Brown, Vontae Mack, Jackie Robinson. When he played Jackie Robinson in the movie 42, that was kind of a huge beacon for him and for a lot of other people. That story in the way that it was told with Harrison Ford and Chadwick Boseman was never told on that level before. And the performance that Chadwick Boseman put out was incredible. And then he goes on to do Get On Up, playing James Brown. I particularly wasn't a fan of the film. I didn't like the storytelling. It had I know a lot of other people love the film Get On Up, but I loved Chadwick Boseman's portrayal of James Brown. He really made one of the things that really makes me just salivate when it comes to acting or other people's acting is when I forget that it's the actor and I completely believe that it's the character. In Wolf of Wall Street, this was done by Superbad. Ryan, help me out. What is the name of Superbad?
Oh boy, can't help you.
He's in basically every Seth Rogen movie ever. Larger individual.
Shut up.
Oh, you guys know who I'm talking about.
Evan Gold. No. Wait. I'm getting there. Jonah Hill.
Thank you, Jonah Hill.
I should know. He's got my freaking last name.
Oh man, I know, right? It was right on the tip of my tongue. Jonah Hill did this in Wolf of Wall Street. I forgot that it was Jonah Hill playing this character, and I completely believed that it was someone else. And this is exactly what Chadwick Boseman did in Get On Up. I totally believed that it was James Brown himself. Thurgood Marshall, same thing. He plays important, iconic characters that have left their mark in society, and now he, as an actor, is not just doing an incredible job at portraying some of these characters, some of these actors, or real life people, and bringing his own charisma, but he's giving us a reason as an actor to care about these characters, to learn about social indifference, to go out and study and become part of the conversation and really make a change, make an impact. There's so much more to the legacy of Chadwick Boseman. Ryan, I'm going to throw it over to you. What type of work has Chadwick Boseman done in your life that has left a lasting impact?
Well, I got to be honest and say that the main thing that I know him from is Black Panther, but that's a significant impact.
It's
on me and
huge.
on other.
It's huge.
Yeah, I think just from the not to get too political, but just from the perspective of representation, of Black Panther, the comic in the early '70s was so critical for African American, characters in comic books, and then him and Falcon, right? And then
Luke Cage as well.
Right, yeah, I forgot about Luke. I thought he might have been '80s, but anyway, not important. So he and just when they made the film in the MCU, it was so and boy, they did not go halfway with the representation, and they did not go halfway with making it a film about a black superhero, and it was awesome. I mean, it made this white boy feel good. I mean, it was like, this is great. I'm so thrilled what they're doing here. So I often like to poor Bilbo. He was the only white dude in that film. So but it was
true.
That to me is his. I mean, I know he's had other impacts, and I especially like how you pointed out that he plays real people. He played James Brown, he played Thurgood Marshall, he plays all these really great other characters. But man, the impact he had through Black Panther is it's huge. It's huge. And he's such a great actor. What I read in an article, or I saw in one of the articles memorializing him lately, they said it's hard to make dignity interesting, but he did it. He really did. And that's the perfect guy to play Black Panther too.
It's hard to make dignity interesting.
Right.
That's fantastic.
That was, I was trying to remember where I saw that. I'll look it up.
Yeah, please do. I've never heard it put that way before, but it's, Ryan, you're an improviser, so you know just as well as I do. One of the improv gods, improv gurus that we often refer to, we always point to Del Close. One of the things that Del Close always said in terms of improvisation on stage is, I would rather have you be interesting than funny. And we're always shooting for funny. We're always shooting for dramatic. We're always shooting for action. There's always that thing that you are trying to aim for that has kind of tangible results. But when you're interesting, it's all encapsulating. It's you get to make commentaries. You get to be funny. You get to be dramatic. There are so many levels to being interesting that when you are interesting, that's what gets people invested. That's what gets people, ticks off the spark of their brain, and they're just they now have an entry point into the character, into the piece, into whatever it is that you are creating, so that they can themselves be impacted and make their own form of change. And it's all those things that I think are just so important and, as you say, interesting and investing. Going back to the career of Chadwick Boseman, he has it's hard to put into words, because the types of things that he has done have been so incredibly important and meaningful to other people. You know, earlier, Ryan, you talked about being solely familiar with his work on Black Panther, and you know, to his credit, Black Panther is one of those characters that, especially in the day and age which we live now, like, we thought Black Panther was impactful 2 years ago. Look at today. Look at the social climate today, the cultural climate that we have right now. Like, this is the kind of character, and it's not just the character of Black Panther, it's what he stands for. And you know, it's not this comic book like, hey, superhero, hey. And while it's great to be inclusive and to have other minorities and demographics represented, and you know, other people of color and celebrated, and to say, like, it's not like a superhero or a story or a lead or a main character doesn't need to look like this. Like, they can look and act and sound as different as anyone on the planet, and they're all beautiful, and we're all a part of this incredible cultural rainbow that we need to explore. That's why it's important to explore these types of things. And I'm gutted for his family, first and foremost. I'm gutted for the fans that a character like this has meant more to. Like, look at Linda Carter. When Linda Carter played Wonder Woman in the 1970s television show, it was the 70s, yeah? I believe it was the 70s. 70s or 80s television show. The impact that she had, and I will even go so far as to say the 2016 Ghostbusters reboot. Leslie Jones, to have someone like Leslie, I mean, it wasn't a great movie. Like, we can debate the merits of the movie or whatever, but what it meant to have a woman of color play an iconic character that we've all known for, you know, at least a generation, the impact that had to people of her own demographic was incredible. It was, I remember watching an interview with Leslie Jones on The View, with her and Whoopi Goldberg. Mm-hmm. And Whoopi Goldberg is just fawning over Leslie Jones. And Leslie Jones had to stop her and cut her off and say, okay, yeah, maybe, but also I'm here because of the work you, Whoopi, did. Like,
right.
I would not be where I am if it weren't for you. You were the person I was able to look up to and be inspired and encouraged. And that is exactly what Chadwick Boseman has done with Black Panther. It's, I cannot underscore this anymore, of the significance and the importance of his performance.
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, the degree to which Black Panther sort of changed the whole, it made the MCU like so socially relevant. Like, it was just whoa, yeah, it was like, this is incredible. So it was really cool, and I know that there's a lot of Black kids out there that's going to mean a shitload to. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to cut. That was my first one, Mark. Mike, that was my first one.
And you only get one. You only get one, Ryan. You only get one.
Well, it's not bad. I'm really glad it was the S word and not the F word.
What do you mean? I don't know what that is. No clue. Either. Family, friends.
Well, I will say, so for Chadwick's, when you were talking about his performance style, that whole thing about dignity, being interesting, he doesn't, as an actor and a performer, he doesn't overshadow the character. That's the thing. Like, I think, being in improv, you and I are used to seeing people almost jokingly overshadow the character, just as a, just for fun.
That's what you have to do when you're on stage.
Right. Yeah. It's fun, right? But he's a very high quality actor. He never does that. He doesn't. You don't see Chadwick Boseman. You see the character, and not all film actors you can say that about.
No.
Some film actors are really more stars, and you see the actor in your face. And with Chadwick, you do not. You see the character. And so he was just such a. I think another aspect of this that I've been thinking about a lot. I heard an article with Letitia Wright, who plays Shuri in the Black Panther films, mm-hmm. And she was in tears when she was giving this article. When she was giving this interview, and she pointed out that the fact that he didn't say anything about his diagnosis or his treatment, and that he just wanted to keep working,
Yeah.
and just until he couldn't work anymore.
Yeah.
And that's just huge. I mean, he's just like, he's like, yeah, I may not make it through this, but I just want to keep working, and so I'm gonna keep it secret so I can just keep working. I'll only tell the people that are closest to me, like family, and then because Letitia, she didn't know, and she worked with him on films, and so
Over this weekend, I've been doing a lot of wondering if even Kevin Feige knew. Like,
yeah.
I would like to think that Kevin Feige knew, because all the plans and everything else going on. But it's quite possible that even because this came as such a shock to literally everyone.
Yeah,
Nobody saw this coming. He's only 43. He was.
I mean,
43.
when I heard his name the first time on the, I was like, what are they talking about? What's this about? And then I'm like, what? It's like, how old is he? Yeah, he's significantly younger than me. He's a decade younger than me. I mean, it's like, dude.
I thought it was a joke. When
Yeah.
my cousin was the first one who texted me, and Tiffany, if you happen to be watching right now, thank you for being the first person to bring this to my attention. She texted me. It was the like that black announcement card that his family posted on Instagram, and I read it and I was like, oh, this is one of those, like, people are just trying to get a rise out of everyone. It's not real. It's a fake post. And at the same exact time, on my cosplay group chat that I with all my cosplay friends, they started talking about it, and I was like, whoa, wait, what? And then I saw the article in Variety, I saw the article in Deadline. It was all over the internet. It was, and my girlfriend and I, we were in the middle of watching Doom Patrol at the time, and like everything came to a grinding halt. What is happening right now? It was, I mean, guys, we can keep hashing this out. We can keep going around in circles and talking about how incredible of an actor he was, how much change he promoted, and how much we haven't even talked about how much Chadwick Boseman used his celebrity for good. He was kind of a real life superhero in that regard. He, you know what? I didn't even stop to think about it. 2000, what was this? 2018 Comic-Con exclusive Black Panther, the wrist bracelets. I was going to put this on for the show as my way of Wakanda-ing forever. So yeah, I mean, like, we can keep going around and just talking about how incredible, how gracious, how brilliant of an actor he was, and how special of a human being he was, and all of these things are to his testament. But guys, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts about the passing of Chadwick Boseman? Of course, it's incredibly tragic. It's sad. It's terrible news, yeah, for the MCU, but on a grander scale, on a personal level, because he meant so much to so many people. Jump down to the comment section below and let us know what Chadwick Boseman meant to you as a viewer, as a human being, and the kind of change that he instilled in your life. All right, guys.